Yeah, AJ, big moment in this game. George Hirst steps up. I thought Sammy Smollett was going to step up. He had the ball at one stage. I thought, come on, Sammy, get that first goal. But no, it's George Hirst and, oh dear, my friend.
Yeah, I mean, the first thing to say is I think across the two decisions, at least one of them should have been a penalty. So whether it's balancing out or not, then, it's the football gods doing their work. But unfortunately, the football gods worked against George Hirst. And they have kind of at times this season, I think he's been unfortunate, even though he's kind of maybe not helped himself at times as well. This is a penalty that when you look at it, my first reaction was, it's a poor penalty, should be doing better. And as Stu says, if he dives the other way, he'll probably say, no, it's a good penalty, he's taken it well, he's given the keeper the eyes and gone the wrong way. So, look, I've seen worse penalties, for sure. I've seen worse penalties scored, missed by Ipswich players.
Sorry, Ali.
Yeah, sorry, Ali. But yeah, that was the worst. But it's just the last thing that he needed, isn't it? He wants to build up some momentum. It feels like every time that he does, he has a game where he's either quite anonymous or he just chases and doesn't work, or ones where just nothing falls for him. So in that sense, he's just struggling to build anything, and that's where you need things to go your way. And this was a night where literally everything went against George Hirst, I think, unfortunately.
I saw Rich Woodward from Blue Monday had posted a clip of George Hirst sort of leading up to the penalty, and he definitely sort of looks where he's going to take it. I mean, that could be a double bluff, couldn't it? Sometimes, penalty cases do that, sort of give the keeper the eyes, and then maybe he was trying to double bluff, or maybe he just telegraphed it too much. I don't know. When you reverse them back the other way, do you lose a little bit of power? He didn't hit it that cleanly. Wasn't right in the corner. Was it a reasonable height for the goalkeeper? Not the worst penalty, not the best penalty. As I said to Alex, if the goalkeeper dives the other way, you go, sent the goalkeeper the wrong way. It's not a penalty miss, it's a penalty save. But it's a glorious chance for Ipswich to take the lead right on half-time, and that would have changed the complexion of this game, because I felt like, for all the talk about Middlesbrough being high-flying, and as we sit here now, they're top of the Championship table ahead of the weekend fixtures. They did come into this with 1 win in 5 to their name. There was a feeling that their form had just started to tail off a little bit. They'd lost to Portsmouth last time out. And I felt a little bit of edginess in the crowd. A few times they gave the ball away. There was a few groans. And I think if Ipswich had scored there, they could have really turned that home crowd.
Just for half-time as well. So.
Right on half-time, and they didn't. And then they compounded it. I mean, before we move on, George Hirst, he scores the pressure penalty at Birmingham in stoppage time, opening day of the season, but then he's had one... Bromley, that was a save from the spot in the shootout, and he's had another one saved here, which is kind of, people are now revisiting, I think, an interview that Alex did with him talking about that's my bread and butter.
Sky.
Was that a Sky interview?
Said it to me as well.
Confidence, strikers I think thrive on confidence. Maybe George Hirst has just taken a little bit of a knock at the moment. He's got how many goals is he on? Three, but he could easily have double that. He's spurned some chances, but his overall game just isn't looking at its sharpest at the moment. So there will be a debate now, undoubtedly, going into these next few games as to when is even Azon's chance, I would say, and that's probably a valid one, I'd say, at this junction.